This NFL player is now the best quarterback in the league. Maybe the best quarterback of all time. But his journey toward becoming the best wasn't always easy. He spent high school lunches in the film room with his coach instead of hanging out with friends just to be elite someday. He hasn't watched a TV show for fun maybe in his whole life, because he's been too busy leveling up in football. He skipped dinner if he was losing in games against his 3 siblings, refusing to eat until he'd won. And when he did eat, he'd consume tubs of peanut butter to bulk up, doing this at home instead of going to parties or having a social life. And he was a Panthers fan. Most colleges were more interested in his basketball skills than his football ones. As a junior in high school, he played at a basketball camp with a broken wrist and still outperformed everyone. But Daniel Jones had been journaling about being an NFL quarterback since he was in the 3rd grade, and he wasn't about to give it up so easily. A late growth spurt and good grades helped him get the attention of Duke. After they saw his film, they begged his coaches not to share it with anyone else so that they could get in. No one else besides Princeton was really knocking, so they got their wish. Besides his quarterback skills, his resilience always struck people. His high school nickname was Swag, because he would jump right back up after he got hit, even if his helmet was broken or he was sent flying through the air. His teammates said that with his khakis and polo shirts, he had no actual swag. It was all about his spirit. And I'm sure he preferred that to Bambi, a nickname a reporter gave him because of his wide eyes and gangly limbs. One of his high school coaches said he would have been the best free safety the school ever saw for a mile if they'd allowed him to play defense. At college, he was a walk-on initially, but he continued to put in the work so that he could be elite when the time came. His siblings made fun of him for being super serious and very earnest all the time. But his Giants teammates say he was way more personable than the press conferences made us think. And he's been well liked by teammates everywhere he's gone. He also never forgets the people that are important to him, always bragging about his little sister Ruthie, who he says is the best athlete in the family, and wearing cleats in honor of a high school classmate who took his own life. Danny Dimes also takes care of his mental health, speaking with a sports psychologist frequently, doing yoga, and never reading anything that's written about him in order to protect his mental health. He's notoriously private and rarely on social media. Outside of football, he likes playing golf, reading, listening to Zach Bryan, and watching live comedy shows. And now, presumably after spending time in the quarterback room with Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer, Daniel Jones is ready to take the NFL by storm. Which player should I cover next?